Alright, what's up guys, welcome back to another Pokemon X and Y Wi-Fi battle. So, this one is actually going to be against Jack of Blades. I don't remember the numbers after your name, but it'll of course be in the title of this video, so you guys don't have to worry about that. Anyways guys, let's get into the battle. Alright, so I'm going to be starting off with my Talonflame, as he's going to be starting out with his Jolteon. Obviously, this isn't a favorable match for me, so I'm going to go ahead and switch out into my Electivire, thinking I can take any electric hit because I have the Motor Drive ability. So, that is exactly what I do. He's going to end up going for the Thunder, and I get my speed boost with Motor Drive, which is great for me. I'm going to go for the Earthquake on this thing, just because it's the Jolteon, it's going to get wrecked by an Earthquake. But he actually ended up switching out into his Chestnut, which kind of sucks for me, because Chestnut is a defensive beast. It's ridiculous. It takes that thing, or it takes that Earthquake ridiculously well. I don't care if that's a resisted hit. Even if it wasn't resisted, that would have done, like, less than a fourth, which is ridiculous. I'm going to go for the Ice Punch, just because I want to see how much it does. I don't think he's going to go for the Earthquake or anything, so I know it's not too unsafe to stay in, just because I haven't seen any Chestnut carry Earthquake so far. He's going to heal up with his leftovers, and I'm going to go ahead and switch out this turn, just seeing as I don't do enough damage, and I'm leech seeded. I don't want to have to deal with that. Sorry, I'm a little bit ahead. I'm going to wait for it to catch up. Still waiting. There we go. Okay. I'm going to go ahead and switch out into my Talonflame, just because I know a Bravery will destroy this thing, and seeing as I have Gale Wings, I know that I can get the priority hit off. Although it's not like I wouldn't be able to. I have one of the highest speeds in the game. I mean, it's got base 126. And not the highest speeds in the game, but it's still ridiculously fast. Anyways, he's going to switch out into his Florges, and I'm going to actually go for the Bulk Up just because I know he's going to switch out. And wow, I just contradicted myself. But sorry, I remembered wrong. I went for the Bulk Up just because I knew that I knew that if he didn't switch out, he would have just leech seeded me, and I had a roost, so it was a big deal. And in case he switched out, I just got a free, I got stats up for free. Anyways, I'm gonna knock out his Florges in one hit with a Brave Bird. So, yeah, that's great. I'm going to get a little bit of leftovers recovery, of course. He's gonna go out into his Lucario named Ryu. I'm not sure what that's a reference to, if it's a reference at all. But it's actually going to Mega Evolve, which is kinda, it's not a big deal, because Mega Lucario is, I mean, it's good, but it doesn't carry anything. I mean, it might get Rock Stone. Wow, I'm good. Stone Edge and Rock Slide, but even so, I can still take those hits pretty decently. I'm just gonna go for the Flare Blitz on this thing, because I knew that it would knock it out in one hit, and I didn't think he had anything to kill me. I almost die here from recoil, which is not the best, but, you know, let's ignore that. I'm just gonna... if I can talk. Alright, so I'm going to switch out right here, because I don't want to have to take an electric type move from Jolteon, even if I end up healing or something that's, I'm still going to die from an electric move. Of course, I'm going to pull the same trick and switch out into my Electivire, but he actually predicts me to do that this time, of course, and he goes for the Shadow Ball. I'm going to go for the Earthquake just because, I don't know, I'm going to go for the Earthquake. So he's going to switch back out into Chestnut and predict me again. I don't know why I didn't expect him to do this, to be perfectly honest, but, you know. Alright, so this turn I'm going to switch out into my Talonflame, because I don't want to have to deal with anything that this Chestnut has, just because I know I can't really do anything to it. Seeing his last turn he set up the Leech Seed first, I'm going to go out into my Ferrothorn, just because I can soak up the Leech Seed, obviously. And now he's going, I don't remember what happened. Leave me alone. This turn, I'm going to end up going for the Stealth Rocks, just because, you know, I wanted to get my hazards up, and he couldn't really do anything to me other than hit me with, like, a Hammer Arm, and that wouldn't have done too much, plus it would have given him a ton of damage. Anyways, he switches out into his Magic Bounce Espeon, and he gets my Stealth Rocks back on my side, which is great. He's going to set up the Reflect, and I'm just going to go for the Power Whip right here. I guess I should have gone for the Gyro Ball, because Espeons are pretty inherently fast, but even so. And now he's going to set up the Light Screen, which kind of sucks for him, because I don't have a single special attacker on my team. Slight flaw with my team, but, you know, ignore that. Anyways, right here, I know that one more Power Whip is going to knock him out, so I'm going to stay in. He actually gets a special defense lower on me, which kind of sucks. That's not a huge deal. He avoids the Power Whip. He goes for another Psychic, but even so, I don't think it's going to knock me out just because, you know, it's a Psychic. Even with the special defense fall, I still resist it, and I still have ridiculously good defenses, even if it's not as good in special defense. Anyways, he's going to switch out into his Gyarados now, and I don't like Gyarados, but I'm going to go for the Thunder Wave here. I think the reason I went for Thunder Wave is because I was expecting the Mega Gyarados. I kind of forgot about Mega Lucario just because it was only in the battle for one turn, and he didn't use it very well. So, yeah. The reason I paralyzed him is because whenever a Mega Gyarados gets up one Dragon Dance, nothing on my team can outspeed it, and nothing on my team can really even take a hit from it. But whatever, I'm going to set up the Stealth Rocks now because I see the Espeon, or because I remember that the Espeon is dead, that I don't have to worry about it. Actually, no, it is dead. Never mind. He goes for the Earthquake, and that almost knocks me out. He obviously has a Life Orb based on that. I go for the Power Whip just because a Gyro Ball is not going to do very much, and Power Whip's going to do a decent amount at least. So right here, I switch out into my Talonflame. I don't remember. Oh, I remember my reasoning. Never mind. I forgot that there were Stealth Rocks up, and I was gonna stay in. He was gonna go for the Earthquake, and then I was gonna hit him with a Gale Wings Brave Bird and get the priority and knock him out. Anyways, right here, I switch out into my Electivire just because I think I'll outspeed and kill the Gyarados, but I was probably wrong. I don't know why I didn't just go for another Earthquake, but whatever. He goes out into his third. I don't know why he named it third. Anyways, I'm gonna go for the Thunder Punch, obviously, because I wanted to kill the Gyarados. But it doesn't do very much because this thing is super bulky. He gets the Leftovers Recovery, which pretty much recovers what I just did to him. The light screen wears off, and I'm going to switch out into my Ferrothorn just because I want him to hit me with some sort of physical move, or use the Leech Seed so I can soak up the Leech Seed and not have to deal with it on anyone else. So, yeah, he goes for the Leech Seed again. I don't know why he didn't predict that to happen, but whatever. So, yeah, he gets some more Leftovers Recovery, and right here he goes for the Hammer Arm, and it ends up doing enough to kill me because I had, like, 0 HP left anyways. He gets his speed lower, and then right here he's going to end up losing a fourth of his HP due to my Rocky Helmet and Iron Barb, which is generally why I kept this thing in on it, just so that he would use that and get damage off on himself. Because I don't like this thing. Chestnut is almost up there with my least favorite Pokemon in competitive so far, being this thing and Gliscor. And then right here I'm going to switch out to my Weavile because I'm, like, a lot sure that an Icicle Crash will knock it out, just because it's an Icicle Crash from a Weavile with Life Orb, and it's ridiculous. So, yeah, he gets back up into the green with Leftovers Recovery, but it's not a huge deal. An Icicle Crash will still do enough to knock him out, I think. He goes out into his Gyarados right here, which is kind of a ridiculous play. I guess he just wanted to keep his Chestnut thing safe. So, the Icicle Crash actually ends up missing. I go for another one right here. I probably should have just gone for the Night Slash, seeing as how it has perfect accuracy, but I did end up hitting anyway, so it wasn't a big deal. Now he's going to switch out, or he's going to switch back out into his Chestnut, I believe. Oh, no, he goes out into his Jolteon. I forgot he had this thing. That's why I said Chestnut, because yeah. I knew that. Leave me alone. He's going to go for the Shadow Ball. I guess he was expecting me to switch out into my Electivire, which was silly, because, I don't know. Why would I stay in? Or why wouldn't I stay in? Whatever. I'm going to go for the Icicle Crash right here and knock him out. I'd like to say that I predicted him to think that I was going to switch out, but I didn't. I just thought I'd outspeed, I guess. But he's going to actually switch out back into his thing, because it's his last Pokemon, if I'm correct. Couldn't find my words there. He just goes for the Spiky Shield. He goes for the Spiky Shield just to, like, stall out turns or something. I don't know. And then he gets Leftovers Recovery, and unless I'm wrong, an Icicle Crash knocks him out from here because, you know, it's Weavile and Chestnut is, you know, it has good defenses, but not good enough to take an Icicle Crash from a Weavile. Anyways, guys, that is going to be the end of the match against Jack of Blades, whatever the numbers after your name are. I'm going to have to go check after this. Hope you enjoyed. If you did, it's always appreciated if you leave a like down below, as well as if you've not already, go check out my Twitter, because that's where I'm going to update you guys on when I'm battling and whatever else. See you next time, guys. Bye.